Hello and welcome to Sport Vibes on DNTWOK. My name is Bolaji Alimi and I am your host, and this week we have quite a lot of exciting actions to discuss. Of course, in the Formula 1 we have a championship battle that is going right down to the wire. It will go right down to the wire there. And of course, on the world of tennis, we have Team Russia doing so well for themselves with that man DNTWOK also shining. And of course, we react to the major talking points from the world of football. So stay tuned and get set for this ride. So let's get right to action. We start with the world of Formula 1, as I mentioned earlier, because Lewis Hamilton beat Max Verstappen in a chaotic and controversial Saudi Arabian Grand Prix as he set up a winner-takes-all title finale in Abu Dhabi. In one of the most dramatic Grand Prix in years, the race was stopped twice, featured 3 starts, and had an extraordinary series of events between the title contenders. The race ended with the 2 drivers tied on points, heading into the last race of the season. So what a season we've had in the world of Formula 1. I checked up one of Max Verstappen's recent comments, and this is not to tag him as a mediocre or having a losing mentality, but he did mention something which I quite agree with. He was talking about the fact that regardless of the results at the end of this season's Formula 1, he will still have a level of satisfaction, because when you compare this season to the seasons we've had in the past and talk about last season, it was almost like a roller coaster ride for that man Lewis Hamilton and his Mercedes team. But this time around, we have a fight that is going to last till the final day of the Formula 1. So what better race, what better season can the fans ask for? If not for one that would go right down the drain. So this is a great one. Of course, a lot of things happening beyond these two teams, but the major focus would be on these two sides. We thought we had seen it all at Brazil, but come on, it was so wonderful to see a lot of reactions and a lot of exciting things you look out for in the world of sports coming up in a single race in the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. So we keep our fingers crossed. We are still in the Middle East for the title finale this Sunday. So before we move to tennis, let's take yet another break. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Sport Vibes. We're talking tennis now, because world number 2 DNTWOK celebrated the best weeks of his career. That is according to him, as he led the Russian Tennis Federation to their 3rd Davis Cup title. Medvedev's 7-6, 9-7, 6-2 win over Marin Cilic sealed a 2-0 victory over 2018 champions Croatia in the Madrid final. Andrei Rublev had won the first singles match against Bonagojo 6-4, 7-6, 7-5. Yeah, talking about DNTWOK, of course it was a team success, as he mentioned, after the old title winning team, but you can't take away the fact that this man has had such a fantastic season. You'd remember that this is coming off the back of a season in which he clinched his first Grand Slam title at the US Open. And of course, he went through all the tournaments, talking about the Davis Cup, without dropping a single set. So this man is on fire, if you'd like to call it that way, and he's doing so well for himself. So we keep our fingers crossed. But before we leave there's a very, very exciting start also from the Russian end, because they are now the 4th nation to win both the Davis Cup title and the Billie Jean King Cup in the same year. If you're wondering what the Billie Jean King Cup is, very tricky to pronounce that. The Billie Jean King Cup is the women's equivalent team competition, just like the Davis Cup for the men. So that is a wonderful one for Medvedev and the Team Russia. So we take yet another break, and when we come back, we will be talking football.
Mariner allows play to continue. Great ball out to the far side, and Chelsea back in front.
Here's Bernardo Silva. Infield he goes. Oh, you little beauty.
Thanks for staying with us on Sport Vibes. We're talking football now, and we'll start with the Premier League, because Manchester City are now top of the league for the first time this season after winning at Watford, capitalizing on Chelsea's defeat to West Ham. And of course, Newcastle United finally got their first win of the season over fellow relegation strugglers Burnley. DNTWOK Origi scored the late goal for Liverpool as Jurgen Klopp's men picked Wolves to a 1-0 victory. Ralph Rangnick kicked off his Manchester United reign with a 1-0 victory over Patrick Vieira's Crystal Palace. And you have to say that Antonio Conte has got a good work going on at Tottenham, because Spurs defeated Norwich City 3-0 over the weekend as well. What a man, what a tenure it has been so far for Antonio Conte. Of course, still early days, but when you compare this happening right now at Spurs to what was happening some weeks back when Espirito Santo was sacked, the team were rooted 8th, and now just 4 games in the Premier League into his tenure, Conte has 10 points from the 12 available. So good one for him. They are now just 2 points off Champions League places with a game in hand, you should say. So that is a good one for Tottenham Hotspur. Of course, maybe there are a few imperfections here and there. Talk about the fact that their talisman Harry Kane is still not firing. I'd also want to look at the fact that this is still not that perfect Antonio Conte team yet, but it would be unwise to focus on the imperfections and leave the positives. So right now, we choose to focus on the positives, and we talk about the fact that Tottenham Hotspur are on the up. So good one for him, talking about Conte, and good one for the North London club. So let's talk about some other leagues now, because we had quite some things happen over the weekend. Bayern Munich laid a solid foundation for a 10th consecutive Bundesliga title. It's still very early in the season, but if you ask many, they would say that Bayern Munich, the Klassiker, Bayern Munich up against Borussia Dortmund is always one of those matches that would go on to decide who wins the Bundesliga. And for the last 9 years, it has been Bayern Munich winning, and this time around it doesn't look like it will change hands. Of course, it's still very early to call that, but Bayern Munich over the weekend were able to secure a 3-2 victory over their rivals Borussia Dortmund. And in Spain, Real Madrid extended their lead at the top of the log, defeating Real Sociedad 2-0. But it wasn't the same fate for Xavi Hernandez, because he suffered his first defeat as Barcelona boss, losing 1-0 to Real Betis and Manuel Pellegrini. So quite a lot happening, but you'd have to mention the fact that what played a crucial role in the fact that Real Madrid have now extended their lead at the top of the log was the match between Atletico Madrid and Mallorca. Of course, Mallorca securing an away victory, defeating Atletico 2-1. So a lot of shakings happening across the world of sport right now. But we on Sport Vibes are not shaking, because we will be right back next week at the same channel. So if you haven't subscribed yet, do me a favor, just pause right now and click on the subscribe button below. Don't forget to subscribe. You have to subscribe, because we've got quite a lot of top quality content coming your way in subsequent weeks. And of course, you can follow us on other social media channels, from Facebook to Instagram to Twitter to LinkedIn, Telegram. My name is Bolaji Alimi. If you didn't hear that at the start of the show, my name is Bolaji Alimi. Thank you so much for tuning in to Sport Vibes. Catch you next time.